Small Town Mentality Part 2. Now, I touched up on this before, and I just talked about, my experience, took the piss a little bit, talked about some of the things I achieved through social media and my confidence with it and how I build confidence. I'm really going to touch up on it now. So, small town mentality, when you leave your hometown, here's my experience leaving my hometown. I never really knew myself until I left my hometown because I had no choice. I had to make new friends. I had to start all over again. And, where I'm from, everyone knew me. I was popular. I was, I had friends. Like, every time walking into a bar, someone would speak to me. But I didn't have that when I came here. And that's when I really got to know myself. I really had to put more effort in. I really had to push myself out there. I had to push myself to grow. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't be who I was. I had to push myself to become someone. You know what I mean? And you learn so much about yourself when you push yourself out of the comfort zone. Even living in Greece there for a while, I'm constantly pushing myself out of my comfort zone. But that's the only way you're going to grow. Your friends that lived in your hometown with you your whole life, or whoever's around you, like, you're probably wondering why that every time you try to do something or go out of your comfort zone, they constantly try to pull you back. Oh no, don't do that. That's a risk. That's this, that's that. They're reflecting their own fears onto you. They don't have the courage to do what you do. They don't have the courage to push themselves out of their comfort zone, and they hate to see you not stuck like them. They hate to see you not miserable like them. They want to see you stuck in their hometown forever like them, doing what they're doing, going to the same bar every weekend. That's what they want from you. And I'm going to add a few clips to this to kind of have other people explain this, that explain it a bit better than me. But I really want to get the point across with this, what I mean by this. So there's this thing called the crab bucket theory, and it's these crabs in a bucket, but one of the crabs tries to climb out, but the other crabs can't climb out, so the crabs pull them back down to stay stuck with them. I'm gonna add the clip.
A fisherman caught a bucket full of crabs. He never put a lid on it, because whenever one crab tried to climb out, the others pulled it back down, not out of hate, not out of anger, simply because they couldn't stand watching one escape while they stayed stuck. None of them escaped. Not one. This is called crab mentality. Not everyone around you is your friend. Your circle is everything. The ones who never climbed will always grab your leg.
If you've never heard of the term crabs in a bucket, let me quickly explain it to you. It's a very interesting thing that happens when you get normal crabs and you put them all in a bucket. So they're all kind of like scrambling around, they're kind of trapped in this bucket. And what you'll find is that obviously eventually one of the crabs will realize that they're in a bucket, and you can scale the side of it to obviously escape the bucket. And so when a crab actually tries to do that, you'll find that the other crabs pull that crab back down. They will literally pull him back into that bucket. And I think it's a reflection of what happens in real life. You put yourself out there and you try to do things that allow you to escape that bucket. For example, build a business, fitness, and anything that kind of progresses you, and you try to escape that bucket you're in, you'll find that the people around you that don't truly care for you are the same as the crabs in that bucket. They'll try and pull you back down because they don't want you to be anywhere outside of the bucket that they're
in a bucket. We're all looking at the top of the bucket, thinking, can we get out of there? This is the game, right? This is the rap game. You're gonna get to a place where you're doing well, and people want to know if it's true or not. Have you really transcended the bottom? Is that really possible? Because it's like in the Batman film, right? And there's that prison, and to get out of the prison, you've got to escape and jump out the hole at the top. And once you're in the process, it's interesting really, because you got to fake it till you make it.
Is you show up, you put the work in, learn. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be fucking hard because you're wrestling yourself. But once you finally get past yourself and get out of your own fucking way,
it's a real mentality. You've got to be able to get out and let your mind see open-mindedness. Because a small town, what it does to you is it closes your mind. Completely closes your mind. Not everybody. This isn't everybody. A lot of people. You have to be able to go out there and create open-mindedness. You need space. You need space to see the world. Like a lot of racism, a lot of ignorance in the world It comes from people not being out and seeing other things, seeing other people, seeing all kind of shit. That's why we judge so harshly, because our minds are so closed to the reality of life.